Rashmi, Shalini ma'am joined. That is what I said.
So her poem she'll recite herself, right?
Yeah, she would begin
So
with.
I don't have to recite.
Yeah.
Okay,
You could begin.
Anyway, thank you in any case so much.
Ji?
It was like all the arrangements we have to make it prior. Okay, what we have to do, so the show goes on smoothly without any trouble. Like, so it's understanding, though we do not like talk or we do not message each other much, but we understand a lot each other. This brother has to give like instruction. Didi, do this. Didi will do.
That's so nice.
Yeah, we have like been together. Okay, screen sharing is done. Okay, now shall I start, brother? So I'll begin now. My dear friends, on behalf of Fertile Brains and Mr. Prasanna and the entire team of Fertile Brains, including Ms. Sunita Hussain, Jayashree T Rao, Gelda Castro, Ms. Maria, Ms. Shweta, and Perwaiz Hussain, and all others, as well as our mentor, Dr. Roopali Sarkar Gaur, and our guest of honor today for the event is Ms. Lily Swarn. So including all these members, I would like to welcome all the participants on the platform, Zoom platform today for the theme, Reflections and Resolutions. The theme, Reflections and Resolutions, had been given and presented first by Shweta. She wanted this year to end with reflection and resolutions, and we all liked her idea and we all decided to go for the event accordingly. And so 1 month before only we started preparing for this topic, date and everything, so that we all could be together on the platform as a team. And I'm really thankful to Brother Prasanna for coordinating and organizing and bringing together all the participants, hosts, and keeping everything running smoothly for the event every time whenever we are going for the event on air. And before we start this event, I would like to call Ms. Shalini Nandkeolyar to have a prayer invocation for the event. Ms. Shalini, can you please take hold of the mic? Ms. Shalini.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, take the charge.
तू ही निराकार, तू ओंकार, इस सृष्टि का तू पालनहार, तू ही निराकार, तू ओंकार, इस सृष्टि का तू पालनहार, तू ही निराकार, तू ओंकार, इस सृष्टि का तू पालनहार, तू ही निराकार, तू ओंकार। धरती के कण कण में तू है, जीवन के हर क्षण में तू है। धरती के कण कण में तू है, जीवन के हर क्षण में तू है। तुझसे गीता, तुझसे रामायण, वेदों का तू सार, तू ही निराकार, तू ओंकार। जग के रोग है माया बंधन, काम क्रोध और चंचल ये मन। जग के रोग है माया बंधन, काम क्रोध और चंचल ये मन। जन्म मरण से मुक्ति दे दो, विनती करो स्वीकार, तू ही निराकार, तू ओंकार। तुम जब जब दुनिया में आए, भक्तों के सब कष्ट मिटाए। तुम जब जब दुनिया में आए, भक्तों के सब कष्ट मिटाए। तुम हो प्रेम दया के मूर्त, तुम पूर्णावतार, तू ही निराकार, तू ओंकार, इस सृष्टि का तू पालनहार, तू ही निराकार, तू ओंकार। Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Shalini. It was really very wonderful rendition, and I really appreciate every word and every the way you have recited, as well as the meaning, the spiritual, how we are always connected, and how our soul and the souls together, like निरंकार है फिर भी हमारे साथ है, और हमारे जो भी, everyone has their own faith. So with that, we have our own strength with us every time when we are moving on in our daily life. And it's a very good inspiration to start for the program. Always you are inspiring with your prayers to begin
Thank
with.
you.
Yes, it was very inspiring and motivating. At least for me, I felt that.
Thank
Now,
you so much.
yeah. Now
Should
yes.
Should I read my poem too? And
Yeah.
I might have to leave. Husband has not been well at all. So,
Okay. So just you can
may
take the
I,
start.
if it is okay?
No, you can recite your poem first, and then I'll call other members.
Thank you so much. I've called this poem Reflections and Resolutions, but it's more reflections is what I, seeing the times of now, what came to me. Heavens rained burning tears. Heavens rained burning tears. The winds bore the screams of countless trampled flowers. The winds bore the screams of countless trampled flowers. Innocence sacrificed in the altars of insatiable lust, greed, hatred. The earth too wept quietly, cradling the inert bodies of her crucified sons. The river of blood caked on her once fragrant bosom. The earth too wept quietly, cradling the inert bodies of her crucified sons. The river of blood caked on her once fragrant bosom. Homes turned into ghostland, hearths into funeral pyres, fumes of death, destruction, choked breath, stifled sobs, the voice within long dead. Homes turned into ghostland, hearths into funeral pyres, fumes of death, destruction, choked breath, stifled sobs, the voices within long dead. Somewhere in this continuum of creation and dissolution, somewhere in this continuum of creation and dissolution, new beginnings manifest. A deluge of mercy pours from the love-soaked womb of pure consciousness. A deluge of mercy pours from the love-soaked womb of pure consciousness. A flash of light ignites, a spark stirs, green sprouts on the dead trees. Greens sprout on the dead trees. Tiny ember dots in the gray ashes. Tiny ember dots in the gray ashes. A million phoenixes resurrect. Lotuses bloom, spring to life in the murky dark cesspools. Yet the earth awakens yet again. The breeze, consecrated sacred, hums ecstatically love's melody. Undulating fields of hope bloom under the canopy of peace supreme. The earth awakens yet again. The breeze, consecrated sacred, hums ecstatically love's melody. Undulating fields of hope bloom under the canopy of peace supreme. My eyes gaze heavenwards, bathing in the fountain of melting light. My eyes gaze heavenwards, bathing in the fountain of melting light, lost in the fragrance of my soul, static in the silent revelation of this pervading existence. Lost in the fragrance of my soul, static in the silent revelation of this pervading existence, an undefinable speck of the whole, an undefinable speck of the whole, where there are no others, where there are no others. Thank you.
Thank you, Shalini ma'am. It was a wonderful reflection about the things which are going on around the world, and I can feel the Ukraine war as well as Hamas attacks in that, and I can feel the woes and cries of the humanity and how it is being suppressed in your words, as well as how the messengers of peace trying to correct and take some measures to prevent all these things across the globe. And it was a very beautiful presentation of all the things going on around and highlighting on and pondering over the matters which are of some serious I can say that we need to really think about it, the way things are going on. And we are really lucky to be in this part of the world where at least we are not able to see all such attacks on us. And thank you once, thank you
Thank you
once
so
again for being a
Thank
part
you.
of, yeah, for being a part of Fertile Brains always and inspiring us. Now I would, yeah, I
Shilpa,
would,
thank you so much.
yeah. Now I would like to call our mentor of our group, Fertile Brains, Miss Dr. Roopali Sarkar Gaur. Ma'am, are you there? Dr. Roopali
Yeah,
Sarkar
I'm
Gaur.
here. Can you see me?
Yes, 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 I can see you.
Okay.
So,
I,
welcome to the event, ma'am. And as always, you have been always inspiring and our guide and mentor to all our events and all. And today, I would, before starting the event, I would like you to speak few lines on today's theme, reflection and resolution. Uh, take the charge of Mike, ma'am. It's your turn.
thank you so much. I wasn't expecting this really. I thought I just have to read a poem.
No, you can,
But yes, I think we all need to reflect
we
and we all
always,
need to resolve
we always
and
look
make
forward.
resolutions.
We always
But
look
what do we
forward to.
reflect upon the things that have happened? I somehow feel very nervous when the year comes to an end because it's a calendar that I didn't make. Somebody made that calendar and said, okay, the year is coming to an end. So I go into a state of denial sometimes. And I think that too much has been
I agree with,
happening. Too
I
much
agree
has
with
happened this year and is happening all around the world. So I guess as poets, the only thing we can resolve or make a resolution about is that we write more strongly now. And we can't write about the nightingale anymore, the song of the nightingale. We really have to speak up. We have to carry our voice further. And, you know, maybe we get more, out of, out of our telephones and our Zoom meetings into public spaces where our voices can be heard. If that could be done, because that was what poetry was about. I remember some time ago when I started writing poetry and I used to write it in Hindi, I would read it out in the marketplace, and that's how it should be. I would read it out to the vegetable vendor. I'd read it out to at the milk booth, and they used to really love it. But now I don't know, I've shied away. I think Corona has pushed us into rooms and spaces and we no longer want to. But I think what I would like to do is, instead of, speaking about things, I would just like to read a poem that I wrote just yesterday for this, perhaps just came to me. It's called Grace Under Pressure. This is about the miners. We had this accident. For those who don't know about it, there was this huge tunnel accident where our miners were trapped for many days, and all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't get them out. And the people who got them out were the poorest of the poor. The poorest of the poor, people who are illegal and considered illegitimate people, they are the ones who went inside the tunnel and saved. So this is called Grace Under Pressure. For 17 tortuous, long, dark days, 41 tunnel diggers, the poor and the wretched of the earth, stayed trapped inside the entrails of the mighty Himalayas. To fill their hungry bellies and those of their children, these had labored in the most inhuman of places. Now all the king's horses and all the king's men could not pull them out of hell. Man and machine had failed, but not human courage. The call went out for a breed of human rodents called the rat miners. No longer surreptitious and illegitimate, they were now lifesavers. It didn't matter what gods they called upon. It didn't matter what words they uttered in prayer. Each life was a precious gift of the Almighty, each one a brethren to be brought home to their children. Munna Qureshi, Rashid, Irshad, Naseem, Monu, Nasir, Ankur, Jatin, Devender, Saurabh, Vakil, and Hassan. These are the names of those young men who went in. Both Hindus and Muslims. As the sun set and twilight covered the sky, and the miners burrowed rat-like into the debris, choked tunnel, bringing light and life, and once again another sunrise. In a world divided amongst itself, where bombs and bullets rip through hearts and heads, where children are born to die, where swaddled bundles of grief search for a resting place, where earth is blasted into pieces, the miners stand out with their acts of courage and grace. Humanity is celebrated in the nooks and crannies of the world. Let's talk about it. So that is my resolution, that let's talk about it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And I agree with you on our reflections as well as resolutions part, what you have highlighted on. And really, it was a miracle for all the Uttarakhand workers who has been saved by the efforts of government, people, prayers, and also man and machine together. Though machines failed, but the spirit of the human and humanity kept them alive, and finally they were rescued very wonderfully. And I really appreciate our government also, as well as all the workers, army, and everyone who has done their part to save the lives. And about other events and about the things, I don't know whether other people are aware or not, but definitely we have to really ponder on those things also. And now I would
Thank you.
thank you for. I would like to thank on behalf of the whole team as well as Brother Prasanna to you for being with us always. I'll move on to the next guest of honor, who is the guest of honor for the whole event also, Miss Lily Swarn. And before I hand over the mic and charge to Miss Lily Swarn, I would like to just give a brief introduction about our chief guest of honor. So Miss Lily Swarn is one of the best poetess laureate of 2023 and 24. She has won over more than 70 awards internationally and nationally, and has written 8 books to her credit. And she also won a Cesar Valia Award for her excellence by UHE. And also she has been an internationally acclaimed multilingual poet, author, columnist, gold medalist, university collar holder, radio host, and an ambassador of peace and humanity, as well as she has been writer of a different genre. And her best book, which won her the best author, was History on My Plate. And Rippling Moonbeams also got the award for her from Chandigarh Sahitya Academy. So I am not giving a very it's a like I have got a very big introduction about her, but due to time limit I can just say this much about her. And I'm really impressed by you, ma'am, and your interest in literary world, as well as what you have really achieved. It's a really great achievement for any poet or any writer in the literary field. But really I appreciate the way you have literally shined, I can say, like a star. I'll just hand over the mic for you to speak a few words for our event, reflections and resolution. Ma'am, the mic is all yours. Ma'am, unmute yourself.
Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. It was great to hear Dr. Roopali and to hear the prayer in the beginning. So I begin by thanking the team of Fertile Brains and Mr. Prasanna for inviting me here today. It's an honor to be amidst such brilliant and creative minds, literary minds, and with the ripe old ear trudging away to make place for another one. It's an unknown one, isn't it? It's time to stop and catch our breaths. For Father Time is too busy making history. It's for us to stop, ponder, and reflect. Wise men have warned us that an unexamined life is not worth living, for the only journey is the one within. Sadly, so caught up are we in this rat race that we rarely, if ever, take time to think about, meditate on, evaluate, and give serious thought to our behaviors, our thoughts, our attitudes, our motivations, and even our desires. So Wilson tells us, practice neutrality and self-compassion, that self-reflection is a positive experience that you will want to do regularly. So self-reflection is an intimate date with one's own self. It's like going on a romantic date, you know. So let's not waste it in regrets and worries. It's a humbling process too. It's essential to find out what you think, say, and do certain things in order to better ourselves. So this leads us to the other important word that we are going to be talking of today, and which we hear resonating at the beginning of every year, and that is resolution. I know it is jokingly said that resolutions are meant to be broken, are made to be broken. What we need is the firmness of purpose, a determination, whether you've promised yourself to lose those extra pounds, or if your resolution is to make a spectacular building with all the bricks and stones that have been hurled at you, you will need to be tenacious. I can share a page of my own life here in a tiny way by telling you all that we lost a young son to a kind of cancer called Hodgkin's lymphoma. And that happened on New Year's Day of 2013. It's 10 years now, and I wait for each new year with mixed emotions, as you can well imagine, because it has all kinds of connotations. My resolution and promise to myself was to be grateful for the time our child spent in this world with us, 22 years, and to keep living my life in such a way as to make the soul proud of his mother. I urge all the wonderful poets here today to value the gift of life. And I humbly owe my literary success to the resolution I made to myself to keep smiling and to keep being creative. So let me just share by thanking Prasanna ji and all you wonderful people with an acrostic called Happy New Year. And as you know, acrostics have the first letter of each word. So hold your own light with generosity of spirit. Ask for a peaceful and joyous earth. Pull out your smiles and your goodness and put the bottle of everything behind. Happy New Year. New Year is your worth measured by your actions. Never crush flowers and never crush hearts. Ennui may often be fatal. Wear a mantle of humility. Young hearts may live in aging bodies, and exemplary deeds may come from anyone and anywhere. Arrest your fears before they arrest you. And finally, rise to a better you each new morn. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your attending the event as well as being with us. But I have been a bit shaken to hear about the sad incident in your part. But really seeing you, the way you have just moved on and carried forward, living certain things in a more beautiful way rather than staying in that moment. You have just tried to show us that we have to live on and we have to make our lives better in a better way.
Thank
And
you.
before, yeah, thank you very much. And I'm really sorry to hear about the incident
Okay.
also.
That's
And my prayers will be there with the soul. So, and now thank you very much for the poem also. And I'll just move on with the event. Before moving on and giving the mic to the other host, my thinking for reflection and resolutions does not begin or end with a year or a calendar. From my childhood, I have never put any brackets, commas, or anything in my life, because that has been given to me. That value has been given to me by my father. Whenever you do something, you start that thing or action from that day itself, analyze, reflect, and if you are doing mistakes, try not to repeat, learn from it, and resolve that you are not going to do it that way. This, for me, a very short, this reflections and resolutions always stays with you, whether the year is there or day is there or not, or people are there or not. You have to be there with resolutions and reflections, with every movement, with every action, with yourself, within
Yeah.
yourself, rather than holding it, putting a bracket to it. It begins with your life and ends with your last breath. That is for me reflections and resolutions. So I won't place it with the events and all. I won't bring it. It is like, okay, things will be going on like this only. We have to place ourselves with our better capacity of thinking, with our judgment as a human being, what we have absorbed. See, sometimes what our actions are there, people may think that that is a wrong action. But in my capacity, in my thinking, that action was the best I could have taken. So these
Yeah.
are what I feel, reflections and resolutions within myself rather than for other people. So
Yeah.
now I'll thank our host Prasanna, as well as Chief Guest of Honor Miss Lily, as well as Roopali Sarkar Gaur. Now I'll hand over the mic to Sunita, Miss Sunita Hussain. I'm happy
Good
to again
evening.
call you. Good evening. And happy to call you again to host the first lap of the resolutions and reflections event. And I would be happy to hear you also. So the mic is
Thank
all
you,
yours.
Shilpa. Greetings of the day to everyone who is sitting around the corner. It might be different timelines. Now, thanks a lot, Shilpa, for this lovely start to the evening, to the event reflections and resolutions. It's a very, we decided, as Shilpa has already embarked on it, that we decided a month back, and we decided to, everyone seconded it because it was a really a nice topic to conclude with the year 2023. And I really thank prayer invocation by Ms. Shalini Nandkeolyar and our guest of honor, Miss Lily Swarn. You are an inspiration, ma'am, and how you are coping up with your grief, uh, and the way you have taken, you have turned your life after that grief. It's really commendable, ma'am. To talk about reflections and resolutions, I agree with Shilpa that it's not for the day end or for the year to end. We don't have to wait for something to end. We don't have to put it restricted to the calendar. The feedback we give to ourselves or the resolution we make for ourselves, uh, that the change we can bring any moment can be the turning point. This is even I feel that we don't, but still it's a norm, it's an accepted norm that we do it at the end of the year. But that this theme is not time bound. It can be applied at any point of time.
Right.
So before I begin with, I would like to read something which I feel that that's a feedback, analysis, uh, self-exploration. It's everyday process. It's every moment process. We keep on talking to ourselves, and we keep on learning. And learning is, it goes from cradle to grave. So in my case, reflections and resolutions, before I begin with the lab, I would like to recite my poem. Not much to say, learnt in hard way. World doesn't wait, you have to find your gate. To move out of toxicity, to move out of wrong masculinity. Learnt in a way to know myself, how to let go what others think, how to let go how the world works, compassion and trust to build in my say. What we hope to do, banks upon how can we do, making atomic changes in our structure, to make little changes to heal my fracture. It is what up to us how to make change. It is up to us how to make change. After this recitation, I would like to call
Wonderful
upon.
recitation, Sunita ma'am.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
nice. That was so
Thank you.
beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you, Lily ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome.
Grateful to all of you that before we start off, I would like to give a big thanks and a big heart for Prasanna, because he's the one who is Brother Prasanna is the one who is giving this opportunity to every one of us to come on this platform. Reason being that he is the soul, he is the mind behind everything, whatever a fertile brain is doing. We are just doing the things in chits and bits. So really grateful to him that he's bringing us together.
What do you mean that his brain is the most fertile, perhaps?
His brain is not the most, I can't say we all are fertile brains, but his brain is the most productive one to bring us together.
Okay, okay, done. I agree.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, otherwise we would have been in the fragments. He's
Right.
putting us into an integrated
All
whole.
together. Yes.
Yes. So I would like to call upon my first poet of this first lap, Sneha Goel, ma'am. Sneha Goel, ma'am. Is she here, Prasanna?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Christmas, a time to reflect. Christmas time is Christ's time to bring together the known ones, some forgotten, others too distant, to celebrate the Lord of Lords' birth. Christmas time is Christ's time to sing carols in perfect rhyme, pray upon the Lord seated in all, reach out to the human in self. Christmas time is Christ's time to bring hope in someone's life. Give what you can while still alive. This is what the Lord reminds. Christmas time is Christ's time to love and laugh and share heartily. Dancing young ones and lighted candles bring harmony all round the world. Thank you.
That was so beautiful. Very
Really
nice.
beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sneha
Thank
Goel, ma'am, you have set in that ball rolling to the celebration
Yes.
of life and goodness. Thanks a lot. We were talking so serious, and you have brought it to the celebration.
Yes, you brought the festive spirit, the Yuletide
Yeah,
spirit. Great.
this is really good. Thanks a lot, Sneha Goel, ma'am. Next in the lap, we have Sreedharan Parokode. May I have you, sir, over here? Sreedharan Parokode.
Am I audible, madam?
Yes, you are very much audible, sir.
Yeah. Reflections. My title is Reflections. When I realized that the man who has nothing to hide is my friend. When I realized that the man who has nothing to hide is my friend, I started to understand the meaning of love. I started to understand the meaning of love. When I saw an action of sympathy to the fellow man assaulted earlier, I realized the meaning of humanity. When I saw an action of sympathy to the fellow man assaulted earlier, I realized the meaning of humanity. When I see the fruits dropped by the tree and children rush to share, I realize the meaning of magnanimity. When I see the fruits dropped by the tree and children rush to share, I realize the meaning of magnanimity. And when the earth suffers all the cruelties inflicted, I realized the meaning of patience. And when the earth suffers all the cruelties inflicted, I realized the meaning of patience. Thank you. Thank you.
That was
Thank
so
you
good.
so much.
It was a
Really
very,
good.
yeah,
Really
profound thought. Profound
profound.
thought.
Yani.
Yes.
Yes. I think the poets, they think alike. Lily ma'am and myself, we both thought that it's really profound. Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am. And thank
Right.
you, Sreedharan sir. Next, I would like to call upon Colonel Gopal Purdhani. Colonel Gopal Purdhani.
यस मैडम, मैं
Yes.
हिंदुस्तानी में लिखता हूँ। हिंदुस्तानी वो लैंग्वेज है जो कि बोली जाती है उर्दू
बिल्कुल
और
सर।
हिंदी में पूरे इंडिया में।
जी सर।
मैं थोड़ा अर्ज करना चाहता हूँ आजकल के
बिल्कुल
हालात
सर।
पर और उन
इरशाद।
हालात में हमारी क्या
इरशाद। कर्नल साहब, मैं भी फौजी की बीवी हूँ, मेरे हस्बैंड भी आर्टिलरी के कर्नल हैं। और दूसरी बात, मैंने एक शायरी की किताब मेरी पब्लिश हुई है जिसका नाम है ये ना थी हमारी किस्मत, तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगेगा आपको सुन के।
अरे वाह,
जरूर पढ़ूंगा, जरूर पढ़ूंगा
जी शुक्रिया।
अब और मैं प्रसन्ना से एक एडवोकेसी करूंगी कि हमारे जो हिंदी में एक हमारा होना चाहिए फर्टाइल ब्रेन्स का मीटिंग जल्द ही।
Great idea. Yeah, sure. I would love to read my Urdu ghazals.
Same here, because even we all, most of us write bilingual.
जी जी, कर्नल साहब इरशाद।
Colonel sir,
मैडम,
please.
मैंने उर्दू और हिंदी में और इंग्लिश में भी
जी।
14-15 किताबें लिखी हैं अभी तक।
माशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह।
और अभी एक पोइट्री की किताब फिर आने वाली थोड़े दिनों में, तो जरूर।
Let's hear you. Let's hear you
जी,
out.
मैं कुछ 4 लाइनर्स लिखे हैं, चौपाइयां जिनको कह सकते हैं, या कते या रुबाइयां जिनको कह सकते हैं।
जी।
तो पहली रुबाई है कि जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत है।
वाह।
जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत है, जरा सी समझने की जरूरत है।
क्या कहा, क्या बात।
दिल
अरे वाह, बहुत खूब, बहुत खूब।
जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत है, जरा सी समझने की जरूरत है। दिल में खूबसूरत जज्बात जमा करो, जैसे चंद्रमा की मूरत है।
क्या बात, क्या बात, बहुत अच्छे।
तो एक और लिख रहा हूं मैं कि सफर पूरा नहीं होता जब तक सांस बाकी है। सफर पूरा नहीं होता कि जब तक सांस बाकी है। मंजिल दूर है इतनी कि जितनी आस बाकी है। अभी कुछ और जीना है। मैं 80 से ऊपर हो चुका हूँ।
बहुत अच्छा। अभी कुछ और जीना है।
अभी कुछ और जीना है, मुझे कुछ और करना है। मेरी हिम्मत शिखर पर है, ये विश्वास बाकी है।
बहुत खूब, बहुत खूब।
और आपसे बहुत कुछ सुनना बाकी है।
थैंक यू, धन्यवाद धन्यवाद। मैं एक फौजी बोलता है
जी?
कि जो मेरे देश का दुश्मन उसके लिए काल मेरा नाम।
अरे वाह, क्या बात।
जो मेरे देश का दुश्मन उसके लिए काल मेरा नाम। जो करे देश की निंदा होगा सबसे बड़ा बदनाम। जो करे देश की निंदा होगा सबसे बड़ा बदनाम। कि मेरे खून की हर बूंद में देश प्यार टपकेगा।
वाह वाह वाह।
मेरे खून की हर बूंद में देश प्यार टपकेगा। मैं होश में पूरे जोश में देश पर कुर्बान।
क्या बात, क्या बात।
मैंने 1965 की लड़ाई लड़ी है, जो कि कन्वेंशन वार थी, और उस वक्त तो हम अच्छी तरह इन्वॉल्व थे। बड़ा मजा आया था। मैं बड़ा खुशकिस्मत समझता हूँ अपने आप को। पर जो वार है वो अवॉइड ही होनी चाहिए, ये तो देश के नेताओं से अर्ज है। एक 4 लाइन और पेश करूंगा मैडम।
इरशाद।
कि कुछ समझ नहीं आता आजकल के हालात में। कुछ समझ नहीं आता आजकल के हालात में। जाने कब हो जाए क्या बेकाबू जज्बात में। जाने कब हो जाए क्या
क्या
बेकाबू जज्बात में। ऐसे में हमारा फर्ज है कवियों और साहित्यकारों का
जी
अमन का प्रचार करना है पूरे संसार में।
क्या बात।
ऐसे में हमारा फर्ज है कवियों और साहित्यकारों का अमन का प्रचार करें पूरे ही संसार में। तो ये आजकल का रेजोल्यूशन मान लीजिए, हिम्मत मान लीजिए, ये अर्ज मान लीजिए, यही है कि सब जगह हम खुद कम से कम कवि जो साहित्यकार जो लिखने वाले हैं वो तो अमन की बात करें।
बिल्कुल, बहुत उम्दा, बड़ी अच्छी बात कही। आपको सुन के अच्छा लगा करल साहब?
जी थैंक यू
Thank you, sir. Actually, the point is that I request everyone to restrict yourself to one poem only, and since others are also waiting, and let me remind you everyone कि we are having open recital mic themes are there, open recital themes are there on every Sundays. So we are having fixed theme whenever we decide, maybe once in a month or maybe um, in 2 months once we are having this. Now, thank you, Colonel Saab. Thank you, Colonel Gopal ji. Bahut खूब. And next we have Dr. Sudipta Mishra ji. Dr. Sudipta Mishra ji.
Good evening, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Today's theme is reflection and resolution. So let me reflect on my journey. Like a lone star, I constantly reflect on my state. Oh, I can hear the murmurs of calmness. I delve deep into the secrets of cosmic trance. I desire to unravel the mystery of everyone's suffering. With a loath mind, I surge into constant introspection. The turbulence of mundane life does not perturb me anymore, as I can feel something beyond my vision from afar. Away from the crowd of this dead world, I seek celestial blessings with an unusual thrill. With a secret passion for merging with him, I drive towards the distant deep realm, far from the common man's swim, and traveling towards an infinite sphere. I am now in a state of trance, bedecked with the glory of full submission. I now attain an endless pleasure, my belief that kindles my verses from an unknown, unspoken sources. I acquire such a celestial blessings to win. Now I wait for the transformation of my material desires for immortality. And now my illumined mind attains freedom. With a burning desire to be one with him, I wait for the unseen celebration. I wait for the much awaited reunion, and I desire for the purification. And I feel with me the entire humanity is waiting to attain the supreme bliss. Let the divinity dawn on us to transfigure these trivial beings. Thank you. It's over. Thank you, Lily.
Thank
That
you.
was so nice, Sudipta. That was
Really.
deeply reflective and it had a huge span. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Dr. Sudipta Mishra
Thank
ji,
you, ma'am.
thanks a lot. It was really that longing, that desire was a beautiful one. Next, we have Dr. Jayanta Ramanathan. Dr. Jayanta Ramanathan. I would like to call upon Dr. Jayanta Ramanathan. Are you there? I think the person is not there. Next in the row, we will have it in the end. Now, next we have in the first slab, Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Good evening.
Esteemed poets, I would like to recite the poem. The title of my poem is New Year, Time for Reflection, Resolution. Every year, New Year arrives like stranger, new hearts with new chapter, claiming its right and disappear at the end of every year. New Year's Eve, a time for looking back the past. Best time to forget past with no regret, welcoming new to it. Self-reflection, key to examine past. Reflect, learn from them. In reflection, note down thoughts, feelings, behavior, and revisit them. In New Year, cuckoo spreads, mellifluous songs. Beneath thorn shrubs, someone feeds bright wings to sing new decisions and resolutions. Brush away old heartaches, learn from mistakes, past coming to close, forget troubles, ooze. It's time to shine for new days. New Year stands to note, let bygones be bygones, head towards fresh start with positive outlook for better goals. Keep beady eyes on the twinkling, glittering little stars. Aim for the moon, don't miss, hit the stars. Remember, changes are a process, so avoid repeating past failures. At the time of going bed, dream roses, discover butterflies. Thanks, dear poets.
Beautiful, beautiful, Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik ji, beautiful. That we have to learn from our mistakes and we have to move on. Nice thematic sequence you have both.
And also
Now,
that the images were so positive.
yes,
There
ma'am.
was so much
Next,
Thank you for that.
next in the row we have, proceeding further, Shyama Prasad Patnaik. The powerful couple are here. Mr. Shyama Prasad Patnaik ji, kindly
Good evening,
recite your poem. Yes, good evening, sir.
Thanks to Prasanna sir for inviting me to recite my poem and reflect on the resolutions. The title of my poem is New Resolutions Reflect Bygone. Expressions vented today becomes bygone in due course. It's never late to embark on your mission, to unveil your concealed ideas, begin new ventures, take new decisions, forget events past half done. Glorious sun emerges every dawn should be inspiration. Serving needy and downtrodden should be ultimate goal. Resolution to end strife and restore peace. Vices reveals brutal sentiments of heartless and crooked. Sweetness, tenderness, and cordialness reflected in countenance. Hues of sky reflects weather's mood and condition. Personality reflects inward credence and behavior of person. Inner image of parents revealed in children's attitude. A friend's character is reflected in his companion. A teacher's wisdom reflects in his sincere petition. Generosity and charity is reflected in noble deeds. And that is the end of my poem. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Thank you.
A different take on reflections. Yes.
Yes. Next we have in the row Satinder Kaur ma'am. Satinder Kaur ma'am. Proceeding further, we have Satinder Kaur ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I am here with my poem, Reflections and Resolutions, but it is a very personal one. Am I audible, please?
Yes, ma'am, you are very
Am I
much
audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please proceed, ma'am. You are audible.
Yes, you can be heard very well, Satinder ji. Go ahead.
She has to unmute.
Ma'am, unmute your ma'am. You are not audible. You have muted yourself.
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, ma'am. Satinder ma'am, unmute yourself.
I have unmuted myself.
Yes, you are audible now. Go ahead.
Okay. In the waning light of the passing year, reflections dance and memories appear. Family bonds, a mosaic fine, adventure and love echo in every rhyme. Children thriving, their tales unfold, success stories artistically told, care bestowed on parents in their declining days, a symphony of love in countless ways. In the journey of career, a triumphant sail, success weaves its own compelling tale, yet in the quiet moments, resolutions brew, a compass for the year anew. The reflections are like this, whatever goes on in my mind, adopting two young, brilliant minds, incapacitated by the trials of life, help them soar with the wings of knowledge, to complete the circle of love for humanity. The pain of patients seen in the hospitals, crying, dying for the need of vital organs, inspiring me to live even after finishing my race, in the eyes, liver, and heart of those who need to keep their pace. Giving solace to the ripening folks, pushed into the corridors of old age homes, bringing smiles on their veined faces, cheering them with warm caresses. The canvas of resolutions takes its form, a tapestry of kindness against life's storm. As the clock resets and a new chapter begins, may the year ahead be filled with wins. May the year ahead be filled with wins. Thank you.
Thank you,
Very nice,
Satinder
ma'am.
ji.
Satinder
Yes.
ma'am. Really a different take on it, that you want to put balm on the injured soul, injured bodies. You want to hear them out. Very nice, ma'am. Next in the category we have Saraswati Poswal, ma'am. Saraswati Poswal, ma'am. Well-known face in fertile brains. Saraswati, ma'am. Saraswati, ma'am, are you there? We can call upon them later on. Then we have Setaluri Padma, ma'am.
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Kindly recite your poem.
One second. The title of my poem is Reflection and Resolution. Actually, it is a reflection and resolution of a teenaged girl, how she changed herself. That is what it is. Like a determined devotee, like a determined devotee in a desert with unimaginable ambitious effort, keeping her fingers all crossed with constant goals she tossed. A focused mind in numerous concepts and a wise way. I'm sorry, a focused mind in numerous concepts and a wise way of unexpected percept journeys through rugged pathways made her stand tall with bouquets. Jealousy and ego altered her good times. Abruptly, she saw all the fallen climbs. Depressing mind, depressing, depressing mind Depressing mind made her aggressive, disturbing progress turned her possessive. Unshakable resolution with a sense she found a gateway to self-defense. Contemplations showed her one way. Today she is on cloud nine. Hooray. Thank you. Sorry for the disturbance.
Thank you, ma'am. It's okay, ma'am. It happens when these technical glitches are very common. Now, after this first lap completion, I hand over the mic back to Shilpa for the next lap. And thanks a lot to every poet whosoever has participated. They were really with their different takes on the topic.
Yes,
And
absolutely. And a very involving and engrossing session.
Yes,
Thank you for having me here, and I will beg your leave, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity. All right.
Really, it was a wonderful time.
Yes.
Really, Lily ma'am, it was wonderful to have you here.
I'm glad.
Now I'm giving back the baton to Shilpa.
Oh.
Yeah, and Lily, thank you so much. I met you again, I mean, for the first time. It was wonderful meeting you.
Same here, Roopali. What a joy. We are all of us are connected on the web, but we never really get to hear or know about each other.
So the resolution is to meet again.
Likewise. Bye-bye.
Bye. And now again, I'll call our second host, and thank you, Sunita, for your contribution.
Pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine, Shilpa.
And as always, I'm happy to hear your poem also. And I would love to have a one-to-one recitation with you one day on open mic.
Yeah, definitely.
Whenever time permits for both of you. Yeah, and happy to be together. And I a very happy New Year also for you. And hope the year went by also was very good.
Thank you.
And now I'll move on to our second host, Miss Gelda Castro. Miss Gelda Castro, you can host the second lap. Are you there, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
You can recite your own poem also and take the chance.
First of all, I'd like to thank you all for this great event every Sunday, and a special congratulations to this team that work hard for making it come true, and Prasanna Kumar, obviously. I would like to welcome the next poets on the second lap. The first one is, sorry if my spelling is not so correctly in India names, okay? Jaya Kalyanaraman. Jaya Kalyanaraman, are you there? Hello? Hello, Jaya Kalyanaraman. Are you there, please? I guess it's
maybe not there. You can call the second one up.
Okay, the second one is Sabita Sahu. Please, Sabita Sahu, are you there? Come on.
Yes. Good evening. Namaste.
Oh, nice to see you. Please.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. My poem is on reflection. So the title of my poem is My Sunny Soul. Sunlight exposes filth, reflects reality, all the gory details of man's innate violence. But my soul reflects the bliss of life, the beauty, love, and splendor of the butterfly flight of life's evanescent glory. Nothing is sordid. Nothing is nothing. The thorny rose gives delicious pricks. The blood point of crimson vitality glows in the sun, making me forget all architecture of mortality. I see divinity everywhere, lighting up all dark interiors. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me the chance.
Well expressed, well expressed. Thank you so much. And the next one, please, the poetess, Somdatta Mitra. Are you there? Somdatta Mitra.
Hello, yes, I'm there.
Oh, welcome, dear.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gelda ma'am. Greetings for the day to everyone present here. And before I begin with my poem, I would like to relate one or two lines relating it to the poem so that it is easy to understand the content. I have written this poem in an amalgamation of two basic points. The first one is to raise the smiles of all, which is very important in today's contemporary society, in a very fast life, as we all are really pushing each other in a haste. And the second one is that we should give a little bit concentration in the pragmatic insight of the children, that they should be exposed more into the, playgrounds, or maybe circuses, or maybe the, puppet shows, which in the past was one of the main recreations of the children. And we have been losing this thing gradually from our society. So this is what the poem is all about. I've given the title as Smiles Enrich Emotions. Cheerful faces engender passion and admiration, encouraging a vivific contentment to be refreshful. Always smiling with a gleeful expression, gracefully ornaments our countenance. Often we witness people with vainglory. They lose charm on their faces over a discriminatory. Restraining a simple smile seems appearing in an examination. My reflections over this crisis in our society requires a dissociation. They engage themselves in a shell without any expression. Nonplussed by their enigma, one tends to envelop in a bad impression. I am firm to uplift a resolution that with my beautiful smile, I will influence others to glorify, to heal the depressants and the insecure, to comfort those who are mourning and destined to suffer. A sweet, genial smile is often a healer, a happiness that can be gifted to everyone without any cost. When I witness the puppets being controlled through the strings, my laughter covers the pain and anxiety, which was a comfort and satiety. The strings manipulate the movements like destiny manipulates our life and achievements. With each attempt, the puppeteer experiments the moves. As we explore places of interest, we must develop the puppetry to various entertainments. How splendidly the puppeteer controls the strings as the marionette significantly unfolds a world of their own in restraint. They ensure the puppets are dancing with grace and always uplifting a divine smile over their faces. Their colorful, vibrant costumes attract masses. The cheerful faces unbolt their enthusiasm with dances. Life is thrilled in such a paradise. Smiles gather as if innumerable blessings shower and emphasize. Every child must witness such puppet theaters. Performances of the Kathputlis will determine their creative features. Childhood must bloom with abundant joys, and the puppeteers must receive their due honor through recognitions. Children must be exposed to such wonderful creations, relieving them from the books and academic pressure. Their innocence must be protected through cultural entities, as they need a practical insight into the pragmatic visions in life. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Wow. Fabulously said. Fabulously. Thank you so very much, dear. Thank you so much.
It's my
Let's
pleasure.
go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Thank you. Let's go ahead with the next poet. Mick Mezza, please. Are you there, sir?
Good evening. How are you? Audible?
Good evening. Welcome, poet. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, it's on conflict and resolution.
Wow.
Scripted relations of... Ready? 1. Aries. Why then, Aries, son of Zeus, do you beat your drum calling upon friends to join a brutal block where Hades will encourage Orpheus to sing dirges of destruction? You claim it as your birthright to play your tune, as all now will listen and not block. We search endlessly for a cornucopia to settle into an existence of harmony. Look, your birthplace is now burning. All that's left is charcoal and ash for us to survey. Revel in your merriment as your message is being answered by those that will destroy. As the wind carries your beat, the masses arise to the roar and others watch in utter shock as mountains of funeral pyres create fumes where torrents of tears flow from grief. While we pray to you to cease your playing, to stop seducing the willing flock. In utter devastation, the living perform libations and the dead don't grieve. 2. Aries. Irene. 2. Irene. Hear us, Irene. You are opposite to your half-brother carrying the scepter for peace. Your temples are empty, statues are cracked, and eddies of dust swirl. Aries, have you snatched your half-sister and hidden her so she cannot be found? Will your father send a Perseus to save us, to turn ashen earth into bountiful fields? We pray to you, Irene, show yourself, and take the lead. Show us a path so he can stop striking his drum and bring a halt to the battleground. Gather your flock with sweet, tranquil harmonies where order can rise. Take his drumsticks and replace them with your scepter. Present the olive branches and release the doves. Bring on the feasts, for only peace will achieve a comfortable existence that unites us all. Where death will end and Sharon will not receive a fee, Orpheus will lay down his lyre, Aries will stop beating, and we will be pleased.
Wow. It's really a poignant recite and written. Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much. Thank you. So now, the next one is Mr. Prasanna Behera. Please, poet Prasanna Behera, are you there? Prasanna Behera, are you there? I guess he's absent. Okay, let's go ahead. The next one is Edith Nair. Edith Nair, please, are you there? Hello, hello, are you there? Prasanna Behera or Edith Nair? No?
You can move ahead, ma'am, with another contestant.
Okay, let's go ahead. So I would like you to call Dr. Vijila Thangamalar. Dr. Vijila Thangamalar.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Am I audible,
thank
ma'am?
you. Hello, good evening,
Yes.
dear.
Good
Give
evening, ma'am.
us with your recite, please.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. So my poem's title is Behind the Glasses. Behind the glasses, it's me, it's you, it's everybody. Strong in decision making, strong enough to assign blame to others. It's their life to live. It's their courage to serve. Vision is yours, mission is theirs. Believe vision may lie, better not healthy to convey. Far stretches its imagination to craft a bitter abomination. Things are twisting in your thoughts to divert you from what morals taught. Keep your mind focused. Self should come across a knot. Thank you, ma'am.
Wow, graciously recited. Thank you
Thank
so,
you.
dear. Thank you so. Wow. And so I'd like to call Dr. Tanja Zlata. I don't know if my spell is correct. Dr. Tanja Zlata. Are you there? Oh, I guess not. So, Dr. Santosh Brakaya. Dr. Santosh Brakaya, are you there? No. And the last one on my list is Prabha Shastri Joshua. Prabha Shastri Joshua, are you there, please? Sunita, help me, please.
I think she is not there. I think she is not there. I cannot see her.
Well, yeah. It was the last one on my list, so I would like to express my huge thanks to all of you poets that brought to us a pierce of inspiration on this time. Thank you so very much for your brilliant presence. Okay?
Thank you.
A big hug to you.
Yes, hugs and a very happy Christmas and New Year to you also, Gelda. And happy always to see you in the event. And I'm happy that you always try to participate and be with us together.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
Being a team, I also appreciate and I'm grateful to you on behalf of Brother Prasanna as well as all the entire team. And thank you for being with us and hosting the second lap. Now I'll move on for the third lap. The third lap host is Miss Jayashree T Rao. Miss Jayashree T Rao, are you?
Yes, Shilpa. Yes, Shilpa, I'm here.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Now, take the charge and start your third whole lap with
Sure.
your own recitation if you have written.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this meet again after a long time. Thank you, Brother Prasanna, for involving all of us here. Here is my contribution. It is an acrostic poem which I have written. The title is Resolutions and Reflections, the same which is of the theme. Happy to have another year in my life. Accepting everything that comes with grace. Purpose of my life is known, pushing in that direction. Yes to all the positive thoughts, never grumbling the ill fate, else I bring misery to myself. When the sun shines, I smile lovingly. Yet yonder over the months ahead, embracing 100 thoughts, aligning every day, rendering a grateful moment to the Almighty. Thank you. And now I call upon poet Sara Arshad. Am I audible? Shilpa?
Yes, yes, you are audible. You are audible.
Sara Arshad.
I think the participant is not there.
Next on my list is poet Gargi Mishra.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Miss Jayashree. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, respective admins, my dear friends. I want to give a warm shout out for all the esteemed poets and friends. I'm honored to present my nascent poem, my reflection of life and resolution for the new year. This is the title of the poem. So here I go. As the new year opens up new maps of opportunities so profound, I took a resolution to make people feel so much better when I'm around. I will not be the one who will fill others' heart with the darkness of gloom and sorrow. I would rather burn like a wick to turn on the light for a better tomorrow. I won't be a cynical overthinker, refusing to give others a chance. I would rather be the one to assist and relieve my near and dear ones. Like a bright spark, I want myself to spread out everywhere. I will rethink and rework until I make my decisions fair. I will try not to talk of crashing hopes and drowning energy. I would influence everyone around with powerful aura and dreaming synergy. From a broken reed and broken home, I will rather love to be a backbone. Resolution is my solo song, a pinch of feeling with which I can unleash my strength and be a protected ceiling. A facsimile of inner peace, it serves as a healing balm. A resolution turns the temperamental turbulence into a snug of inner calm. That's it from my side for tonight. A huge thanks for a patient listening, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for the beautiful poem. I now call upon Dr. Rakesh Chandra.
Good evening, ma'am. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. The title of my poem is The Journey of Life is Labyrinth Time. I yearn to enter the labyrinth and go for a massive treasure hunt. I yearn to enter the labyrinth and go for a massive treasure hunt, but I can't make any headway though I am leading from the front. I know that the paths are topsy-turvy and assume the sounds of myriad kind, yet I have to tread gingerly on the way, avoiding the hurdles that I may find. Yet I have to tread gingerly on the way, avoiding the hurdles that I may find. The journey of life is time. Journey of life is labyrinth time that we encounter to the end. We have to move all alone without any accomplice or the friend. We have to move all alone without any accomplice or the friend. Those who have enough resolve and courage can reach the desired milestone. Happy riding is never expected, but the confident steps set the tone. Happy riding is never expected, but the confident steps set the tone. Thank you, ma'am. So, ma'am.
Millie Das.
Hello, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Prasannaji, and thank you, ma'am. Thanks to all the luminaries, every corner from the world. My heartiest love to all of you. My today's poem, Reflection and Resolution. We all are an artist. We all are social beings. We know what is our responsibility. We know what is our duty. We know what should be done. Why should I do the right things? The feelings are inherent in our heart. We know when and how to attract attention to meet our needs. We can see our own reflection in the mirror. In nature, we can see the reflection of God whose scatter rays illuminate our long lives. All the brightness lies in our goals. Hope born every day in our mind. For this solution, we have to move forward through beautiful thoughts. Devote your life to work of struggle. Each step is the goal of life. When you set a goal, your life will be changed. As much as you get in life, that is your ultimate achievement. Don't despair. Keep hope. Happiness shouldn't come to you. You have to find happiness. That is life. Being able to live in happiness is the name of life. Being able to stay in light is the name of life. Look at this world. Look this world with your beautiful smile. You will see the meaning of life will change. You will see the journey of life will change. Living in happiness is the name of life. Right deeds, right activities, right movement is the greatest solution and is the result of our life. It is the result of our life. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for taking time to present your poem. I now call upon Khalil. Mr. Khalil. Next on my list is Sirajuddin Sharifuddin. Sirajuddin Sharifuddin. Next is poet Tanja Ajtic. Tanja Ajtic.
Good evening. My name is Tanja Ajtic. My poem.
Yeah.
Silence. Everything would be easy. Everything would be simple without you in me. All the directions of the world would translate the same, what are called love. And everything would be silence. Everything would be sound in a vortex and the contrast of everything. But is not everything is very complicated. Everything is not clear. Everything is just a secret and it is no longer loud. It's quiet. Thank you very much. Happy New Year and God bless you all.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you also.
Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. My name was called before. I was somewhere outside and my phone was not, charged. I could not attend the meeting that time. Saraswati here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, can I recite my poem?
Okay, recite.
Sorry. गुड इवनिंग, नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, आदाब, सलाम सबको मेरी तरफ से नए साल की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। मैं आपके समक्ष अपनी आज एक ही कविता प्रस्तुत करूंगी। माय इंग्लिश पोएम, द टाइटल ऑफ माय पोएम इज रिफ्लेक्शंस एंड रेजोल्यूशन, बोथ वॉक टुगेदर। Whatever we see is a reflection of our heart. Whatever we see is the reflection of our heart. Reflection illustrates soul. Reflections illustrate soul. It's a resolution art. Reflections follow our art. Reflections follow our art. Leave the impacts of our body's heart. Reflections follows our art. Leave the impacts on our everybody's heart. Resolutions can be conducted for life and peace. Resolutions can be conducted for life and peace. Resolutions embark, build, embrace. Resolutions embark, build, embrace for the reflection of life. Both walk together and work together to endure the resolutions and reflections to enlight. Thank you so much. This was my short poem. Sorry to take your time, interrupt you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Happy New Year to everyone. Take care. Saraswati Poswal this side. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Prasanna ji.
That was a powerful one.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I now call upon Isaac Cohen. Isaac Cohen?
Yes.
Yeah, please recite your
Dear Persana, dear Persana, dear Gelda, dear Dr. Roopali, honored and visitors. Isaac Cohen, reflections and resolutions. My eyes look at the dwellings destroyed, the black color of the ashes. Life was stopped on October 7th, 2023. I reflect on the memory of the communities of fun and culture. I resolve to rebuild those communities for giving the people the insight. God will triumph over evil. Thank you, Isaac Cohen, Israel. Thank you.
Thank you. I now call upon Dan Tadmore.
Yes. My poem is called Reflections on Reaching 80. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Some weeks ago, I reached the age of 80. And as the greetings and the cheers came by, a question that I thought was rather weighty came up, which I was challenged to reply. I've always stood for justice, love, and candor, for honesty and peace, and for fair play. But have I truly practiced what I stand for? And if I failed, where have I gone astray? I mused And soon the answer stood out clearly. I've never thanked enough, not even nearly. My mother and my father never got the gratitude that should have been their lot. My teachers, who with lore my mind imbue, my wife and kids, so loving and so good, my workmates, for at times I was too rude. To all I feel a surge of gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Last on my list is Saumen Roy.
One more is there before Somen.
Hello. Okay.
Okay, I'll just check. Yeah.
You can first let this person speak and
Yeah,
then
yeah. Okay.
I think there is some glitch. Please see to it what happened.
Hello, is it my turn?
Saumen Roy.
Yeah. Okay, here's the poem. Reflection. And first of all, I pay my deepest gratitude to everyone over here. And here goes my poem. Reflection and resolution. Time has reflected its sign once again on me, within its divine tranquility, where sorrows turn monk of perseverance, smiling to the eternity. The cows of mind thus settle by its own, and the sun smiles beyond the steep valley. The wounds of bygones, restoring strength in the mirror of forgiveness, reflecting harmony with peace. A resolution to be resolute I have made to thee, being a lyrical song of gratitude pouring to the Mary. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a nice one. Shilpa, I haven't missed anyone. 2 of them were not there. 3 from my list. Handing over the mic to Shilpa.
Okay, thank you, Jayashree. And once again, thanks to you on behalf of the entire team for hosting the third round. And
My pleasure.
Yeah. Now I'll move on to fourth round. I'll call upon the host, Miss Maria Elvira Panel. Ma'am. Miss Maria Elvira Fernandez.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Yes. Happy to
Hi.
see you. Hi. Happy to see
Me
you
too.
here.
Me too.
And
Happy to meet
yes.
you once more after a long time.
Yes.
Good
Mic is
morning.
yours. Good morning.
Evening, everyone around the
Mic is
world.
yours, ma'am. You can start the fourth lap with your poem if you have written.
Okay, just a minute, please. Well, I would like to say a little bit of thoughts about the theme reflections and resolutions. Another year is almost done. Time to revision and set on new goals. Past days brought joy and sorrow. We cannot deny, even if things feel wrong or right way. What remains in the teachings along the crossroads? We have more miles to go, and the plan sounds good, though twist and turn should not be put aside. Life is a journey to rise and fall, beside lots of apprenticeship. If you have a sketch of what to do, things go easier, even those that come by surprise. To think over and over, a good result, flawless. Using thinking caps, don't forget the best way to succeed well. Well, this was my contributions to the team on this video meeting, reflections and resolutions. Shilpa, can
It was a wonderful
can I go?
recitation. Yeah, you can start, ma'am. It was a
Well,
wonderful recitation on your part.
Okay, thank you. The first one on my list is Mira Bahang Shah. Please, Mira, are you around? Mira, I think she's not here. Let me call the next one. Lopa Mundra Mishra. Excuse me for my pronunciation. The names are not so easy sometimes.
Am I audible?
Yes, Mother. Thank you for coming.
Good evening to all the wonderful poets all around the globe. Thank you for Tile Brain for the opportunity. It's me, Lopamudra Mishra. Unlike every year, this year, 2023 is coming to an end. And here begins the resolution with lot of promises that not to look back, with lot of dedication, she has to move ahead. And the name of my poem is She Rises Up. Now, each day, a new experiment will follow up. Each dawn, a novel exploration. Every minute, a phrase innovation of discovering self, of assuming the potentials, rearranging with the connotative ritual of the assurance, perseverance, hesitance for the acceptance of the present scenario, and with a little reluctance, shaping to mold with the ratio, following the norms, grooming the mind to tune with the situation, but the blaze in her flap at times, the tint in her flip her mind to rise up from her phoenix, with the dream to grab the star in her palms, with the aspiration to set herself free, but no arms. She has to be strong, powerful enough to scream, draconian against those who made her their victim. For this, she has to rise up in contradiction of the structure. She has to rise up to get prominence in the browser. She has to rise up in 2024. Now, thank you so much. Happy New Year to all of you.
Thank you very much, Madam. Very, very beautiful poem. Thanks a lot. The next one is Honey Tucker. Honey?
Can you see me?
Yes, Honey, please go ahead.
Okay, trying to start my video, but there it is. I'm gonna probably be off screen because I gotta go read mine. I'm on a phone, so hold on a second and I'll go get it. Okay, now this might not be exactly what it's the platform's about today, but I don't really make New Year's resolutions because I always break them. But this is my poem here. Slowly the worm turns. Another year passes by so fleetingly. Swallow me up in its misery. Very few smiles this year, a lot of shed tears. Many moments I have fled. Oh, how my soul cries out. Not enough memories to hold dear this past year. Oh, how the worm turns. Don't get too close to, or you will get burned. No comfort times of joy are so long. Only sorrow is tomorrow. No reflections, no resolutions. My heart is just a string beating a sad vibe. My time has come and gone. No holidays for me. Only loneliness and bitter refrains. No parties, no get-togethers. No one will let me in, and the worm still turns. Another year to pass me by. Another tear to fall from my stained eyes. Another year, another tear. I'm left in its wake again. Only a handful of happy memories, mostly sad stains remain. 2023 came in like a line, but ends in a blur. 2024 will be no reflections and no resolutions. I always kind of go against the grain. I don't never follow. That's the way I'm kind of like a rebel, I guess. But I hope that was okay for you.
Thank you very much, Ronnie. I wish you a very, very happy new year. Be it great, lots of joy to you and your whole family. Thank you very much for coming. Well, the next poet is Christopher T. George. Christopher George.
Yeah, I'm here. I am going to read a poem that was featured in the December 4th issue of the New Yorker. It's Autumn Fern by Henri Cole. I hope you won't mind a fern on your grave, standing on the shovel to dig a deep hole. I'm a year younger than you are now. I've written a will and reread the old masters. Swimming out to the breakwater, maybe a part of me is touching you, buoy 328, before turning back to the borough beach. Maybe my hairy body is like a drone's, eating pollen grains from 1,000 flowers, spreading nectar across the comb in darkness, then flapping my wings to dry up the water and hasten the creation of viscous honey. If the lane to the dead is generative, as you said, let this hole be a point of light. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much for coming. Appreciate your poem too much. Thank you. Well, the next one is Santoshi Kumar Pokahel. Santoshi Kumar Pokahel. Are you around, Santoshi? I think he's not around. Well, the next one is Sultan Mohammed Hazak. Sultan Mohammed Hazak. Sorry. Sultan. Join us. No, not around too. David Liu Cyrus. David Liu Cyrus. Are you there, David?
Not there.
No.
No.
Josephine Gomes. Josephine Gomes.
Not there.
No, true. Dominic Wingdom.
Hello, do you hear me? This is Josephine Gomez.
Hi, Josephine. Welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Okay, the title of my poem is Ultimate Peace. Just one moment. Ultimate peace. Sitting in lotus position, mind watching thoughts and telling them, stop, I don't need you now. When mind wins over thoughts that disturb one's equilibrium, when cravings and aversions come to an end, when anger is quelled, when mind develops the attitude of non-duality, of non-conceptuality, where form and formless meet, where I stops being I, and you and I become one. When we realize all is illusion, and just like bubbles, everything can end, that is when we meet with tranquility. That is when we know real peace. And this realization comes only when we sit quietly and focus on nothingness. Hello, I don't hear you, Maria.
Hello, can you hear?
Okay, now I can hear.
Yeah, you can recite, ma'am.
Oh, you didn't hear me.
In between, the voice was gone and maybe glitch at my end.
Oh, okay. So let me recite again then. Just a moment. Okay, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you
Okay.
are audible, Adam.
Ultimate peace. Sitting in lotus position, mind watching thoughts and telling them, stop, I don't need you now. When mind wins over thoughts that disturb one's equilibrium, when cravings and aversions come to an end, when anger is quelled, when mind develops the attitude of non-duality, of non-conceptuality, where form and formless meet, where I stops being I, and you and I become one. When we realize all is illusion, and just like bubbles, everything can end, that is when we meet with tranquility. That is when we know real peace. And this realization comes only when we sit quietly and focus on nothingness.
Thank you, madam. Very beautiful poem. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll just make a little explanation. In Buddhism, nothingness is emptiness, and emptiness simply means the attitude of non-duality or non-conceptuality, where you make no distinction, where everything is just one. That is precisely what nothingness means, what emptiness is. So it's not the usual meaning of emptiness.
Yeah, but with that nothingness comes out truth, and with that only everything emerges, right? As
Thank
per
you
the
very much.
non-duality. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Well, may I call the next one? Dominique Wingdron. Dominique
Thank you.
Wingdron.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi there. My poem is simply entitled New Year's Day 2021. The new year arrives like an angel carrying white winter flowers of hope and kindly reassurance. Nature's keen spirits seem to whisper their grace-filled secrets, gentle as breezes, across frosted gardens to those who still wish to listen. Will we now discard weary old ways as the sunrise glows with a rose pink and orange light? Or will we finally be free of infernal distractions that weaken our hearts and minds and rob us of all that is virtuous, vital, and life-enhancing? Perhaps I reflect too much, yet this new year arrives with many pressing resolutions. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your participation. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Dominique.
Thank you.
Once more.
Maria, you are not audible.
Am I audible now?
No,
I think
no.
I think it's a glitch with my cell.
Okay.
Sometimes it becomes mute.
You can
Now
call
I would like to call the next one on my list. Yes?
You can call last participant, Richard.
Richard is Spicek.
Thank you so very much. It's an honor to be with you.
Hi, Richard.
Hi. Is it my time to read? Yes?
Yes, please go on.
Okay. This is called Feeding the Hungry Without a Permit. In many places in this country, if you feed the homeless, you have to have a special permit to do that. And this is a poem about that silly, sad thing. Feeding the hungry without a permit. Seems, my friends, to confront the issue, frame it must within a copious, sinewy legal tissue. With some small discernment of the dilemma, I ask, was this what the Nazarene intended? Did he, when feeding hungry hundreds, mean that without enabling legislation thus should be forbidden and therefore obscene? Would you take from their empty bellies, take all the vital morsels, bread and jellies? Should only after legal sanctions free the way, only after enabling legislators interrupt their $80 liquid lunch to say, permitless thou should not tarry, feeding soup to Mohammed, Frank, or Sally, and therefore snatch away unless permitted. Hunger, starvation must be resisted. This over-generous dodge and play in Oklahoma legislature saith, nay, even for the poor thou must yet prayeth, but place no food upon their plates. Though hungry, starving, aren't they great? But unless thou be permitted, they must without crumbs just wait. But do not feed them without a permit, 'cause litter they, clodding up the sacred holy firmament. Feed them not without a permit, far better to leave them in hunger's torment. Thank you, my brothers and sisters, an honor to be with you.
Thank you very much, Richard. I am a fan of yours. Your reading is very beautiful. I think I have already told you once, but thank you very much. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Well, Richard was the last one on my list. I would like to thank everybody and congratulate all poets on this video meeting for this remarkable participation. Well, I wish you all a very, very happy New Year. Thank you very much.
Thank
Shilpa,
you, Maria.
please.
Thank you,
Shilpa,
Maria,
please.
for hosting the fourth lab wonderfully, and again wish to see you next year in 2024 in another event, and happy Christmas and happy New Year to you too this year.
Thank you
And
very much.
yeah,
Thank
now
you very much. You
I'll
too.
move on to another round, but before going for another round, I would like to call upon Jaya Kalyanaraman from second lap, who was missed in between. So can I have Jaya Kalyanaraman?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, ma'am, you can just read your, sorry for the delay, maybe somewhere you got missed out.
No, that's perfectly all right. In fact, I had informed Prasna Kumar that I'll be out. I caught a beautiful play, Hindi English play this afternoon. So I got back late. Before I get started on my poem, I want to wish Mr. Dan Tadmore on his 80th birthday on behalf of all of us.
Okay,
God
happy
bless
birthday.
you, sir. God bless you. Wonderful memories and gratitude for the years that have gone by. And
Happy
now
birthday,
I'm going.
sir.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to recite the poem, the thoughts that come to my mind this season. It's the season of Christmas and New Year's Eve and what have you. So, but I'm not in the frame of mind to celebrate, and this is why. It's the season for fun and merrymaking, and wish we all could be enjoying, but not when much of the world is grieving. It feels like a crime to be celebrating when children across the globe are starving, yet the privileged are demanding. Their wish list keeps growing, but this year Santa is considering whether naughty and nice should be receiving when children their age are crying for a parent or a sibling who are missing. The pain is deep. There is no healing in a country where war is never ending. And we continue hoping and praying that love and peace could be all prevailing, giving courage and strength to those surviving. That's my poem. And before I say I'm done, I just want to read 4 lines from a poem by John Denver. He is also a singer, composer. If peace is what we pray for, if peace is what we give, then peace will be the way we are, and peace the way we live. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for quoting beautiful lines at the end about peace. Everyone needs it and everyone wants it throughout the world. And thank you for the wonderful rendition. Now I'll move upon to another participant who was missed in between, Lidita Maria. Are you there, Lidita Maria?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, ma'am, you can take the charge and recite your poem.
Hello, thank you. Thank you to everyone. I'm very, very glad to be here with all of you. I meet here a lot of friends of poetry that are publishing, and I'm really blessed to be here with all of you from all around the world. And I say thank you to the Fertile Brains and Dr. Krashma for the whole this program that he made. It's something so beautiful that bring us so much happiness in our heart. We know that happiness is a moment in this life, and this moment are for forever. So when we go to another life, we will remember this reunion. So I am very, very grateful. And I will say my poem today that goes with the theme, with the subject. And his title is Facing a Reality, by written by me. Walking lost in thought. The steps, they trip over the nail from a secluded street. The sharp pain awakes the feelings. Looking around, there is a heavy air, like a hostage in your own world. The man house, feelings of sorrow for the empty environment that breaks the silence. An abandoned house seems to expand on the horizon, free of those green trees that once they were so tall and proud, collecting from the air carbon dioxide and spreading oxygen for breathing. All of creatures to know the schedules, to know the schedules and the routine of this world. You just need to look at the sun, but the sun, it is set covered in gray clouds. Sadness clouds to the universe. The soul falls into a lethargic sleep to avoid facing an uncomfortable reality. Written in 5 of this month and this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Wonderful recitation on your part. And now I'll call upon our last host, Shweta A, who has given the theme Reflections and Resolutions for today's event. Shweta, can I have you?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Now,
Good evening.
now the last good evening, and the last lap is all yours, as well as you have to give vote of thanks on behalf of the Fertile Brains to all the members. So I am just giving you the charge, and now the event is all yours. And thank you to you as well as to all the members of Fertile Brains and Brother Prasanna for conducting this event. And I'm really happy that you have given such a wonderful topic for the event to close the year by. And the mic is all yours, Shweta.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank Prasanna sir for inviting me for this event. I'm really happy to be here. Since a long time, like I was not, I was far away from the poetic journey, so I'm happy to come back. So first of all, I would like to recite a poem from me and start. So, reflections and resolutions. December's icy chill night, the fleet of calendar pages promises like a ray of hope reflects the footprints of 2023. Experiences that sharpened our thoughts, lessons that pointed the right directions, reels of memories lingers now. As the days count, bidding adieu to the little moments. Resolutions in the name of New Year penetrate the eyes that seek wishes. To the dream that one craved for would come true by the tune of jingle bells. To hold a pen of promise and throw the laughter into pages, let's be honest with the words where reflection reflects and resolutions stand resolute. Thank you. That's all from me.
Yes, it's a wonderful recitation. Now you can start your last round.
Okay, so first poet in my list is Jennifer M. Garnett. She's not here, so she have shared the poem I will read in the end. So I will go with the next participant, that is Hira Nawaz. Hira Nawaz, ma'am. Ma'am, are you here? Hira Nawaz. Okay, ma'am. So I will go with the next participant, Mr. Tezozo Mok. Mr. Tezozo Mok. Sir, are you here? Shilpa ma'am, you are muted.
Keep on checking the list of participants also while you read the name, so you will know whether they are there or not.
Oh, okay. So Mr. Tezozo Mok, I think he's not here. So I will go with next participant, that is Richard Spisak. Richard Spisak. Ma'am, I
He's
think
done. He's done. He's done in the last one.
I've already read, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Pantas Pangyhutan. Sir, are you there? Pantas Pangyhutan. No. Okay. So next one is Rita Chug. Rita Chug.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so
The
much.
mic is yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much, dear Shweta. And good evening, everyone. Good evening, all the wonderful poets present here. So, I thank Prasanna ji for inviting me to recite my poem in this wonderful forum. The old year has already now almost about to pass, and a few days are left for the new year 2024. So as we look back at the past reflections, let us make some new resolutions. So here is my poem, New Beginnings. As the new year nears to a closing phase, reflect over the passing days. Remember some of the ups and downs, along with the year's woes and crowns. How things made us move ahead, and sometimes we could not reach the edge. Reflecting to the year gone by, we look forward to the coming year. With great expectations, we make new resolutions. With great expectations, we make new resolutions, a promise to start some new proposals. Thinking of making our dreams come true with determination and confidence, make new moves. Make resolution and stick to them. Make resolutions and stick to them, trying hard to achieve our goals and enhance. It's once again the time for new beginnings to shine. It's once again the time for new beginnings to shine, to eradicate the old mistakes and listen to mind's sweet rhymes, to wring out the past sorrows and live a happy and merry life, to wring out the past sorrows and live a happy and merry life, to put an end to the worries and begin a blossoming, jovial time. Thank you so much, and wishing all a very happy new year 2024. Thank you so much.
Wow, ma'am, nice, super. I felt the magic of lines. Make resolutions and stick to them. The so beautiful line it is.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So I would call upon the next participant, Marianne Teft. Marianne Teft.
Thank you so much, poet friends. Thank you so much for the introduction. On theme this evening, I'd like to share a poem called Mirror Images for my daughter, Julia. I can't help but smile when the phone chimes late, with a decades-old and ambered image, Mama Bear and Mini Me, from the sheath of photo-finished souvenirs you've carried with you from Canada to Costa Rica, photos from an unfinished story we've both heard 1,000 times. She's you, she's you. Sure, there's a bit of family about the smile and the blonde and the attitude, but I have been grateful from the day that the holder of the great mirror spat into its eye with resolve when it made us spitting images, for the reflection in the pool of love in which I have basked since the last century, 1995, reveals your unique image and a mother's everlasting privilege to gaze not into the past, but to catch a glimpse of the future. Wishing everyone all the very, very best in 2024 and beyond. Thank you so much, Fertile Brains, for having me today. I appreciate it very much.
Nice, ma'am. Super. Such a masterpiece it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I would call upon next participant, that is Manatita Hutchinson. Sorry if I am pronouncing it wrong. So Manatita Hutchinson. Prasanna sir.
I think screen sharing is buffering.
Reflections and resolutions. I am a timeless crystal in the heart of love, a divine image mirroring the dance of its own creation. Just as the fish, shark, whale, and dolphin arise from different parts of the same ocean, so too change flows from the soundless sound, as it is not a separate entity. Love held me intimately on its bosom, licking the toxins of my burning wounds. She kissed my scars until all impediments were cast asunder to the winds. Now I'm like shooting stars reflecting the light of her mercy. Here at the sacred moment, I am endeavoring to serve my beloved in the heart of all humanity, relying on her will. Here in this compassion-flooded moment, help me to view unpleasant situations with the inner light of wisdom, recognizing the things I cannot change. I endeavor to love unconditionally, like the life energy of the cosmos, nourishing all for the common good. I am a part of the whole, and whatever diminishes souls also weakens my worth. At this challenging time, may my palms become entreaties, appealing to the celestial entities, to love, not only for the antidote to my ailments, but for an evolution to a more enlightened stage of consciousness for all. May the beloved finds me worthy. May my resolutions be a benchmark for the common good, now and tomorrow, even to the end of timeless time. Om Shanti, London Carrier. Thank you.
Yeah, it was so wonderful as always, such a profound poem. So I will call upon the next poet, Ray Whitaker. Ray Whitaker, sir, are you there?
Good morning from Colorado. I'm here.
Hello, sir. The mic is yours.
My piece this morning is Reflections and Realizations on Climate Change, and it's entitled Sunken Basilicas. Whether I come from the land of dark and cold, this late eve, it is hard to tell which way the ocean does swell. I recognize that the lands do want their own way with all of us. Tonight the seas do roar as the lighthouse searches for we that soar. There is a basilica just under the waves, forever preserved by waters overlapping. sunken there by the land's shift, the year's quake in 1065 made continents drift. An ancient church built over another older temple. These had been houses of the gods, believed in by those then in their lore that walked there on that dry Turkish shore. Recognizing that the lands do want their own way over all of us. That night the seas did roar. The lighthouse searches for what may soar. We came thinking to dominate the land, believing that we were always the masters. Of that we see, and what we may purview. Oh, so little that we knew. It is Mother Earth that makes all of us, and lest it be forgotten, the very land below us drops under, putting our grand plans into plunder. Our new basilicas eventually will join the elders under the rolling blue waters, reminding breathlessly that sandaled feet can no longer walk there. Thank you.
Wonderful, sir. Truly a masterpiece it is. I liked it very much. Thank you. So I
Thank
will
you.
go with the, thank you, sir. So
Thank
I
you,
will go with the last participant, Jayashree Ray. Jayashree Ray. Ma'am, are you there? Jayashree Ray. I think she's not here. So now I will recite a poem from Jennifer M. Gardner. She's not here. She has shared her poem, so I will recite. So the poem goes like this. Reflecting. Standing on the cliff, looking up at the starry skies, reminiscing upon 70 years, having trodden upon this beautiful, chaotic earth, a life of fear, of pain, of sorrow, luckily occasionally overshadowed by moments of glee. Thankful I am to be alive, to have grown innerly in strength, nurtured by my diverse experiences. Hopeful am I for a better tomorrow, for me, for us, for all humanity. With more than half of my lifetime behind me, I promise God, I promise myself to use the little time ahead of me to continue spreading love all around me, to continue living a life worthy of being called a child of God. That's all from Jennifer ma'am. So like I think everyone is done with the recitation. Anyone who is left, those who is in my lab, Mr. Tezozo Muksa, I think he's not there, and Hira Nawaz ma'am, she's also not there, I think. So I think it's time to wind up. So thank you everyone. Thank you for being part of this poetic evening. So we extend heartfelt gratitude to each poet who shared their verses. So I wish everyone a happy new year. May the new year bring joy and happiness to everyone. Wishing you all the season filled with warmth and inspiration. And let's hope that the dreams would bloom. Until we meet again, thank you for being part of this poetry evening. Thank you, everyone. Happy day. Yeah, everyone can live. Prasanna sir, shall I wind up?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
And yeah, you can wind up. And thank you to all the participants and you, Shweta, as well as Prasanna, and all the entire team of Fertile Brains. to conduct the event. And thank you to all the participants right now present. Yes, we can now wind up the meet and see you again in 2024. See you, friends. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Just
everybody.
let me take a moment. Let me take a moment. Yeah, we've been joined by this Jayashree Ray ma'am. So good night.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you. You can go. You can. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Good evening. Good evening, all of you. My poem is Reflection and Resolution. So, no regrets for this birth. No regrets for this birth on the births countless in number that preceded this one, the birth of a neglected girl child. Really, I do not have any kalam asking the Creator, why this ill treatment? They call me a girl child, an inferior creation of yours. Do not know exactly when I came out of my mother's womb. But I know for sure the surroundings nature then was an enigmatic as today. World was as beautiful as bountiful. Flowers with riots of colors and gentle breeze rosing fragrance. Everyone refused to welcome the newborn. But the girl child in me proclaiming with audacity, I want to break the cycle of transmigration and once for all. I want to break the cycle of transmigration and once for all. No regrets. So my resolution is no regrets. No regrets as I was or I am as a girl. This is my resolution also. Thank you.
Wonderful, ma'am. Super. You turn the emotions into verses. Such a beautiful podcast. Thank you.
Yeah. Every year I had a resolution. Regrets never regrets. This is the resolution of all ages. Of all ages.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So, anyone left to recite? So, I think everyone is done. So, Prasanna sir, shall I wind up? Shilpa ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, please.
Shall I wind up? So,
But
anyone?
Prasanna, aren't you going to recite a poem? What is your reflections and resolutions? Let's hear you also.
Ma'am, the thing is, you know what, our girl has become, mature lady. So our Sweta has become a mature lady. Please help me,
Thank you
Very
so much.
sweet. Very sweet lady.
Now she's working, she's an engineer. And
yeah, I'm working in TCS right now.
yeah.
I'm
Thank
Okay,
you,
Prasanna,
ma'am.
let's hear you say something
Yeah.
Yeah,
about
Prasanna,
And
sir,
yeah,
let's
New
maybe
Year.
it's a few words. I don't have that, kind of thing. But yes, like the mentioned theme, we always have to, reflect back the moments that we spent and the good things and that bad things, and we always try to resolve, in the coming year or whatever. You have few days left. We'll be meeting next Sunday to celebrate and Christmas. But yes, that is the theme that is we have given today, and we got to hear a lots of beautiful, touching poems and all. And thanks for the participant, the poets who are from who joined us from were there from the beginning, and who could not make it to this evening. And all our best wishes should be there from fertile brains. Wish every wish would come true, and may they, and they live a beautiful life. That is what it's all about. uh, Reflections and resolution.
Good
Should
health. Good health
should
to
always
everybody.
learn about the from past, and should not repeat the mistakes, and we try to develop ourselves by maintaining the discipline that we always have. So that is, thank you for bearing with us, and you should, it would have been much more joy, we had all the participants here, but then they couldn't, this thing. That's what I always mention, that the discipline is the first aspect. That is what we don't know. I don't know whether I'm qualified to say that, but then yes, that discipline is what I will try to implement. So anyway, thank you, Shilpa Didi. From the beginning, you are there. From whenever we have this theme-based recital, we all come together, and such a spirit that you always bring in out. And thank you, Shilpa Didi, for entire hosting of the thing, and Sunita Didi, Jayashree Didi, and Maria and Gelda, Sweta, and a couple of other. Roopali ma'am, of course, she's our mentor. I need not have to thank her, because we always have to communicate. And also we have what do you call, unsung heroes who hide themselves, but they give this support, like Arindam Roy sir, and there's Perwaiz Shahriyar sir, and Nirmala ma'am. So we have this. So anyways, thank you for being with us. Please continue your journey with us. We'll be coming up with innovative kind of what do you call, programs, or projects, or whatever it is. We all
Yes.
require your cooperation.
We've heard some very, very fine poems. Very fine
Exactly,
poems.
very fine poets. But yes, let me thank you, Christopher, Don Todman, many wishes. Thanks for joining this, theme based, and thank you, Isaac, for introducing Jaya ma'am for your poem, and Satinder ma'am was very disciplined. I observe her from the beginning. She is there, and that is what we learn, when you get to, from seniors, what it's always in the learning aspect. Gangalaxmi ma'am, Somdatta Mitra ma'am, Ray Taker. We can take the names because we have few numbers, but it is not 10. So Ritachig, Jayashree Chama Prasad ma'am, Saraswati Vijila and Sreedharan Millie ma'am, Isaac, Ray. Thank you, and so once again for your cooperation and coming up to the event. And thank you, Shilpa Didi, especially for you. I mean, always my endless thanks to you. Thank you. We'll
It's
meet.
not like that, brother. Even I want to participate, but maybe I'll be regular after 6 months.